Hey everyone, this is Jenny Garcia and this is a Project Live process video using December kit from Studio Calico and a few other items, and I'm going to be working on my 2019 album. And of course, as I always do, I'm going to start with picking the cards, and I need a few journaling cards. I need a card to mat this Polaroid photo, and a little title card for the museum. This is gonna be a monthly spread, mostly because I have a lot of not videos, I have a lot of spreads of occasions. We went to three different museums, so this is gonna be like regular December with a little bit of the American National Museum of Air and Space, which is one of our favorites. We took a few photos there, and then the one after this one is the National Natural Museum. It's all of the Smithsonian's, and then I did the Art Museum, which I already finished, and then I'll do the very last spread for the year. And I only have 4 left. I keep like dragging myself through this line to finish the album, but hopefully I'm done soon. And I love these little alphas. They match perfectly the photo because they do look like the letters that were on the holiday cups for Starbucks that year. And I'm also gonna use those clear snowflakes, which are from the Very Merry kit from Studio Calico. And I don't know why I remember those snowflakes, but I remember that I have them, so I went to my December daily stash and I borrowed them for this spread, and I think they worked out perfectly. I wanted to see how much space was going to be in Starbucks, because I thought that I was going to have to divide the word in 2, and maybe I wasn't going to be able to use the snowflake, but it came out exactly like there's the exact space that I need to add those letters. I'm going to add a little adhesive to that snowflake, and I'm going to be using those Pretty Little Studio phrase stickers quite a bit. I think these ones are from Frosty and Friends, but I have all. That's the first thing that I add to my cart, and it says all you need is love and hot cocoa. I absolutely love these little word stickers, and I hope they never stop making them. I added this photo of my nephew, and then when I was searching through photos, I realized that this photo is actually from October, but I was like, you know what, it's there, it's gonna stay there, it's gonna be just fine. This is my baby nephew, who is actually almost 4 now. He will be 4 this year. Time flies by, it's crazy. I'm gonna do a little bit of layering with a snowflake, the alpha sticker, the staple, and the little star. And this is going to be my title card instead of adding week number blank or doing a card for December, because my first thought was to write December in the Starbucks photo, but then I found this card and I like the idea of using it a lot more. And I wish they had more cards like this. I think in some of the months it's included. Actually, no, I think in each month they include something that it looks like a monthly card. But maybe I just don't pay too much attention to it. I'm just gonna add a lot of layers. It's gonna get ridiculous as usual with my layering. I'm like, I have all these embellishments and I have to use them or I will explode. So let me just add them all to one 3x4 card. That makes absolute sense. And I love those little stars that I have on the left They are from Studio Calico. I don't think they have them anymore, sadly, but I bought a pack expecting them to be puffy, and then they were clear, and I had mixed feelings about it, but then I made peace with it, and now I absolutely love them. They're so fun, and you can put them on top of things, without blocking the journaling. I just absolutely love them. And I'm sorry that it didn't focus well in that moment. That's what I left it a little bit longer. And these are ancient geotags ribbons from Studio Calico way back in the day, but they still work perfectly, and I'm very happy about that. I love the color, I love the shape and the size, and I think that it's such a good little staple for people doing Project Live or people that are doing travel albums. It's just perfect. And I got these stickers from Pipsticks, and I just wanted to add one of these little paper airplanes, and there's one with a heart. I didn't even look at the rest. I was like, this one has a heart, I want this one. And then I was kind of struggling of the placement, where to put them, and I really wanted to use this little arrow, but then I remembered that I have to add the date, so I'm gonna stamp the date with my super tiny roller stamp, and then at the bottom I'm going to add the arrow. I'm going to be using the red ink, which is from Studio Calico, and it's poppy, which matches the red of my typewriter. I have an old typewriter that I found, I believe, on eBay. Sometimes it gives me kind of trouble, and I think this is the layout where there's gonna happen something with the items, that the color is gonna move and it's gonna type in black instead of red, and it's annoying, but I didn't want to do it again. I don't think I had the card. But that's the thing about using a typewriter that is not perfect. If I wanted it to be perfect, then maybe I could use that time to type my journaling on a computer. And I don't think it's this one. Now that I look at this card, I think it's going to be in the next one, which is the part of the Natural Museum, and I love how that one turned out too. And I'm also going to be using Studio Calico items. These stamps, the prompt stamps, are from Everyday Explorers, and I love them so much. I think they're great if you want to start stamping on photos. I would get a pack, a stamp set of these. And you see what I mean about the clear, that you can still see the journaling, but it adds a little bit of extra detail. I love how it turns out. And this is just gonna be a filler card, and these are super old Studio Calico die cuts. They are from a kit. I don't even remember the name of the kit, but oh god, this probably has like 5 years, maybe 7, I'm not sure, but I love them, and the colors go well with this kit. So I explain in my last haul video with items from Studio Calico, I like to boost my kits with items that I already have, and even other Studio Calico items. And the colors match, and it works pretty well together, so that's pretty great. And I'm just going to be layering die cuts with these little chipboard hearts and arrows, which I love these so much. It made me want to get a pack of the Kingston Crafts chipboard hearts. You know, they sell them in big packs, and I've been tempted, but they're not sold in places I buy. I usually either go for scrapbook.com or Studio Calico or Paper Issues even, but I haven't seen them there. So Again, using those super tiny word stickers with my favorite washi tape ever and a little star. And here I'm just going to add some white stamping. I wasn't sure that it was going to show up, but my idea was like, well, I'm going to stamp in white. If it doesn't show up, then I'll just put a label on top. And I have a video where I stamp my process for stamping on photos. It's December daily video, but it also in my last live stream I talked a lot about stamping on photos, and you can see it in real time if you're curious. It's very long, it's 2 hours, but if you want to hear something in the background, or or craft with someone kind of while you craft, that works out too. And I love this little sentiment that says frosty mornings, because the girls are all bundled up and like, this cold kind of sucks, but they're smiling. And here I'm gonna use these stamp sets, and I'm gonna use again my Studio Calico inks. And what I do when I use a new stamp set is that I use my Tombow Mono eraser to remove that. Look, it feels like a film on top of new stamps. Then I add ink, I clean it up, and then I add more ink and finally stamp everything. And I'm repeating that little cluster in the corner. If it works, I'm going to keep repeating it. And I just didn't want to use the same inks on both sides, so I'm going to use Flamingo and I am going to use Poppy. And there are quite a few prompt stamp sets on Everyday Explorer, so I'll share a few in case you want to get them. So I'm going to use Flamingo for the first one. I didn't want to use Poppy because everything on her is already red. I felt like it was a little bit too much. Pink is not that far removed, but it works. And then I decided to add these little emoji faces, which are ancient stamps from A Beautiful Mess. And they're so cute. And here I'm still gonna have to use red anyways, but I don't mind it that much. And I just added a laughing face. And this last one, I didn't have this photo, but I decided to print it. And I had this photo on my December daily, and it's a picture of my daughter after her concert. And I love, now I'm obsessed with these Instax photos, because I don't know if you know that those, and you're probably like, duh, obviously, but they expired, the film. I had no idea. I was yesterday years old when I found out that the film expires. But it still works. That one looks really nice. There was another one that I printed for a Citrus Twist Kids project that the corners look kind of faded and vintage, which I like how it looks, but just so you know that if you like your photos a little more pristine and exact, then that can alter the quality of the photos. So this is the whole spread, and here's the close-up. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love these colors, and I love all the stamping and all the colors. Sometimes I feel like I go overboard, but here I think that I reach a balance where it didn't go absolutely crazy with it. So I hope you do enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye.